If you haven't had an opportunity to watch the series premiere of Humans, stop listening now. Major spoilers, here we go. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think that AMC has another hit on their hands. I'm going to actually place this above The Walking Dead, above Orphan Black, above Banshee, and I have to say it, above Smallville. I know you're like, what are you talking about? They're entirely different shows, man, but what I love about it is just this human factor where there shouldn't be human factor. There's emotion inside of these Siths, and Siths aren't humans, man, okay? So you have this, like, synthetic human being that was created in the lab, and it has skin, it has tissue, it has eyes, hairs, lips, nose, mouth. It has everything that human beings have, except it's not supposed to have emotions. It's not supposed to have anything except, be this perfect worker, if you will. And what you end up getting is you get this lady named, or not lady, but this Sith named Anita, and Anita is she's everything that you always wanted out of, like, a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything that you would expect from a human being. I think what's crazy about it is, like, you're sitting here watching this. It's a television show, but it feels authentic. It's so crazy real that it just makes you, like, look at the screen and say, what the hell did I just watch? Why am I so, like, drawn into this show? I don't know, man, but it's absolutely phenomenal. I can't say it enough. Let me kind of go through a quick review, man. The end of the episode, you have the robot, the Sith, named Anita, who is, like, the main character Sith for the show, okay? And I'm gonna stop calling her Sith because let's just call her Android, okay? She's like an android. Okay? So the android is carrying the child from the family that has purchased her, okay? These androids, these humans, I guess you can say, they're like vacuum cleaners, man. If you can imagine a warehouse of vacuum cleaners or an assembly line of cars, that's what they are. It's all different makes, different models, and each one of them has the capability of doing whatever task that you want them to do. Now, this task can be something as simple as, house cleaning. It could be something as simple as cooking. It could be something, like driving. Or it can be whatever you desire, man. There's another side of it, and that's the 18 plus. And it's the adult content. It's so crazy, man. There was this television show, and I got to make sure I get the right name for the show. And it was called Humans also, but I think it was called Almost Human. There you go. It was called Almost Human, and Almost Human was canceled. It was canceled. It was on Fox. What you wanted to see in Almost Human is what you get in Humans, okay? The android in Almost Human, which was played by Michael Ealy or whatever his name was, but he was pretty cool. I mean, the thing about him is that he had the emotion. He was an older model unit that had emotion and had flaws, and the newer models, they were the ones that just followed orders and didn't veer off course. Well, inside of Humans, it's the complete opposite. The brand new models are supposed to be, how do you want to say it? They're supposed to be normal. They're supposed to not talk back. They're supposed to just do the task and have no emotion, no anger, no love, no nothing. And what you end up having is there's certain androids, Siths, humans, whatever you want to call them, that have emotion. They have feeling. They have flashbacks to what could possibly be their past life. What I'm thinking is that, and this is just a conspiracy theory because we don't know, because they didn't really explain a whole lot to us inside of the show, but they just kind of alluded to it. I think that there are people that died inside of car accidents or some sort of death happened to the humans, the robots, and the companies that created these robots, they took the dead bodies, they took the bodies, and they created these machines, man. That's my thought process. That's what they use the skin. That's what I'm kind of saying. They use the skin from these dead bodies to make these persons. That's what I think. Anita, she's fascinating. She has a group of friends that it looks like they were escaping the city or trying to run away and escape from the reality of being used as pretty much modern-day slaves. And they end up getting captured and taken back into the city and split up. And so you have one part, you have a family that needs help, and that family goes, or not really that family, the father goes and he buys this Synth named Anita and adopts her into his household, to clean, cook, help out, so that him and his wife can get more time together and possibly save their marriage, etc., etc. The wife doesn't know about it. So she's a little bit, she has reservations about the whole entire thing, and that makes for a really interesting dynamic between Anita and the main character, Mom. Now, you also have another side of the story is that you have the group that was separated. It seems like they're being led by one human, and then the rest are all robots. It's either that this guy started caring for these things, and so he wanted to get them away, and then maybe buy them or purchase them, or maybe even he stole them, and then they're trying to escape to another place. And then you have another aspect of the story is that you have Anita, who is purchased by this family. She is different from all the other androids, and she wants to kind of get back to what she knew before she was captured and then set into, this family's household. So she ends up taking the baby at the end, and I guess she's going to care for it. Who knows? That's going to be interesting to see what happens to that. Then you have the other aspect, which is the companies that have purchased, these humans. They either want their property back, or they are trying to either purchase stolen property. That's really high. So there's a lot of different dynamics of the whole entire show, man. I'm going to do another podcast that just talks about every single thing that happened in the episode and goes scene by scene. Now, this episode airs on the 28th, I believe. Yeah, 28th on AMC. I think that you'll really enjoy a lot of the different characters, man. There's a lot of diversity on the show, which I absolutely love, and I think that's what probably draws me in the most, because, obviously you have your normal Hollywood, Caucasian family, and then, the Siths, the main characters of the show, they are, from Asian, white, black, etc., man. There's so many different, I guess you can say, humans or Siths that you run into that makes the show very interesting. And I think that anybody that watches it can get something from it. I think that's very important, man. There's a lot of TV shows out right now that don't really represent, the world in a good light. Probably because, whoever's writing the show doesn't really have, you can't blame them. They don't really have the knowledge of other cultures, so how are they going to write about characters and create characters, And yeah, that is kind of a cop-out, but I'm just saying that's kind of true about how and why it usually turns out that way. But AMC, once again, their casting goes away from the Hollywood norm, and they go with a very interesting, diverse cast, and that's pretty damn cool, man. The interesting part is that this show is actually better in its season 1 and its pilot episode than, shows that like Orphan Black, Almost Human, shows that, are kind of similar to what Humans is. I just really like the show, man. I'm probably going to be talking about the show a lot, man. I'm definitely going to get on it. One of the most interesting things about the show so far, and I got to hurry up because I'm running out of time. Let me see if I can go to my Twitter. I tweeted this out a little bit earlier. They have a task force, and the task force is actually called Special Technologies Task Force, and it's STTF, and they go out and they track interesting stuff that happens to these Siths, man. We're out of time, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and if you did watch the Humans premiere, let me know what you thought. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this video.